Welcome back to my next playthrough series. We're back to Adventure Tactics Domian's Tower? I think that's how you say it. I'm not sure. We are on to Mission 3. I've already done the first two campaign missions. We've leveled up our three characters, which we're going to quickly look at here in a minute. And then we're going to continue on in the Adventure book, which is this big ring-bound book into Adventure 3. So the last time we took the little baby token that we were running with, and we took off down away from the race with a major victory. So we got a bunch of exciting stuff. All right, we're going to take a look. We have Tolben, our rogue, who's trying to become a ninja. We have Ulet, she's a ranger, leveled up from an archer to a ranger. And then we have Roberta, who is our fighter on her way to try and become a champion. Alright, so they've leveled up twice. Let's take a look at each of their characters, and then we're going to continue on in the adventure book. Alright, there's lots of information here. So when we look at Tolben, so we get to choose which of our class features we want to start the game with. So I chose with him his basic rogue ability class feature. The other ones are in his deck. He got, I think, one more for wizard, maybe two. I can't remember. I think one more for wizard, because he's got, he'll get one more for archer. Anyway, I'll quickly go over this. We've played the first two missions, so kind of know how everything works. Let's go. So he's got Scout. After the initiative order has been set, you can move your hero up or down one spot on the initiative track. He has Blink. Once per turn, you may use 1 point movement to move diagonally. When you move in this game, it's all orthogonal, but of course he has Blink, so he can do that. And he has Nimble. At the end of your turn, you may move one additional square. Okay, so he has a level of Rogue, then he took a level of Archer, and a level of Wizard, because he's trying to become a ninja. I forget what he needs for ninja. We'll figure that out at the end. So you look at his hit points at 7, and then +3, +2. So he's got 12 hit points. He's got a really nice little miniature here. I don't have painting skills, so he's not painted. And the other ones are standees, the other enemies and stuff in the game. And there's a million of them. So that's basically his character. He's starting off with a healing potion as an accessory. You can start with a weapon, an armor, and accessory. If he uses this, if it's got an X on it, it'll just go away. So he's going to heal a red and a white die if he needs to. Or a healing potion. And its range is 0 to 1, so if he's adjacent to another character, he can also heal them as well. Alright, let's take a look at Ulet, our archer/ranger. Alright, we'll take a look at our ranger. So she's got a new ranger actual card here now. So she's got a range of 2 to 4. And a basic movement of 4. Tolben's is a range of 1, basic movement of 4. I didn't mention that. And he rolls a blue die for attacking. She rolls now a white and a black die for attacking because she's ranger. Cool. We're using her ranger class feature, make up to 3 basic attacks against different targets. Wow, that's really cool. Alright, she also has Scout at the end of the initiative. Has been set. You may move your hero up or down 1 spot. So Tolben and Ulet can do that, rearrange initiative. And she's got Always Prepared, which was one of the story ones we got for completing a mission. And it's +1 maximum hand size. Your hand size is usually 4. This time, she'll be able to have 5 cards in her hand. So she's got a level of Archer. Then she took a second level of Archer so that she could take a level of Ranger. So her hit points are 6, 9, 13, 12. So she has 12 hit points as well. And in here you'll see all these basic cards. So she's got like Quick Shot, Basic Attacks, Point Blank Shot, Volley, and Class Feature Barrage, which is this one we're gonna use to start with. And that's her hand of cards here. Alright, I think that's basically covering her off. Let's take a look lastly at Roberta, our fighter, on her way to being a champion. And I should mention as well, this was one of the games voted on for continuing a campaign. Like I said, we had a 3-way tie pretty much within like 1 or 2 votes between games. So we did Tales from Red Dragon Inn, Mission 3. We've just finished off Terminator Genesis, Mission 4, Breaching the Gate. And now we're going to be on to Mission 3 of a campaign mission for Adventure Tactics. Alright, let's take a look at Ulet. She's got her fighter class card here. She has a range of 1, she's melee. Speed of 4, she rolls a red die for attacking. We're using her Shake It Off fighter class ability to start with. And we're giving her the Wraith Blade. We got that from successfully completing the last mission. And so it's a range of 1. And it's just really awesome. So it basically rolls a black die. Or you can heal with 1 white die. I have to look the specifics of this card. I think you get one or the other. You can't get them both. Or maybe when you attack, you do heal at the same time. And then, of course, when she uses it, she has to discard. It'll come up again later in her hand. All right, she has Guidance. At the end of your turn, you may move an adjacent hero 1 space. She has Nimble. At the end of your turn, you may move an additional square, same as Tolbin. And she's Tough. Plus 3 hit points, which I forgot over here, so we have to remember that. So for hit points, she's got 7, 10, 14, plus 3. She has a total of 17 hit points. She's our tank, apparently. And then there's a whole bunch. She's got 2 shanks, 2 dagger throws. She has 2 healing prayers, and we have rearranged her deck. All right, I'm going to start with the adventure book. Let's see where we left off. I think we had a choice to either rest and recuperate or go to the town. So let's take a look at that. All right, so looking in the book, at the end of our adventure, we had a super successful success, which means we completed all the bonus objectives as well. So we get to choose an option. We can travel to the capital, which means advance to Boreon, go to 6 on page 13, or we can rest and invigorate, return to Severance to stock up on supplies and search for clues, go to 3 on page 9. I think we're just going to go to the capital. So let's flip to that page and see what we've got. All right, I hope this is going to focus well. So we have travel to the capital. As the blistering sun beats down on you as you travel the main road to Boreon, the capital city of Cavile. Cavile? Cavile. Yeah, okay, whatever. Draw a card from the random party random encounters, and then after that we're going to continue the story. So we have a random party encounter deck, so we're going to give that a shuffle. So we get a random party encounter happening. Oh, and I should mention our party items that we have. We do have the Child of Destiny. Once per encounter, you may re-roll a die. We have the Sewer Key, and we have the Decrypted Note. So that's currently our party items. All right, we're just going to grab a random encounter, and we're going to see what it is. I'm going to back the camera out so I can focus on this. All right, so I backed the camera out. We grabbed our random encounter, and it is Party Random Encounter. Lost. Your party has taken a wrong turn somewhere. Perhaps a road with a signpost that said, turn back, go the other way, but it's hard to say. Each hero rolls a number of red dice equal to their total levels of Archer and Ranger. Oh man, look at the highest result. 0 to 4 receive exhausted from supply items to party items. 5 plus, no effect. Shuffle a card, this card back into the random party encounters. So what the heck? So we have to roll a number of red dice equal to their level of Archer and Ranger. Look at the highest result. Cool! Alright, so we have a Ranger with us, which is right on. So each of them, I'm going to have to get out the dice tray, do some more reorganizing here, and get rolling some dice. Alright, so I got the dice tower out here. Alright, so Tolbin has 1 level of Archer because he's on his way to Ninja. So let's see what he gets for successes. He gets 4. We're going to do Roberta. She has 1 level of Archer. No, she's got none. So she's not going to roll anything. But our Ranger, Oulette, has 3 levels. He's 2 levels of Archer, 1 of Ranger. We're rolling 3 dice. We're looking for a 5 plus. And she gets 4, 8. She gets 10. 10 successes. I think we're good to go. Alright, so we look at the highest result for the party, because it's a party card, and we got 10 for Oulette, our Ranger. So basically she was able to guide them through the wilderness, and they're not lost. And so we continue the story after... so we've done that. After the long journey, you arrive at the capital, go to 7. So we're going to take a look at 7 now in the book. Alright, and this is 7, arrive at the capital. Boreon is a bustling metropolis where the streets are crowded and filled with a cacophony of constant chatter. It's a polarizing experience to members of your party, not all of whom have been here before. Draw a card from the party random encounters. Yeah, so we got to do it again. And yeah, we've got shuffled back in, so we might get it again, which would actually be a good one because we got our Ranger Roulette to lead us wherever we need to go. All right, the next random party encounter card we run into is... Quiet Night. You have an uneventful and restful evening. How refreshing. Move refreshed from the supply items to party items. Shuffle this card back in. Ooh, so I'm going to find the refreshed. item and put that into our party items. Alright, so we found the refreshed card, which is actually pretty cool. It's each hero begins this encounter at their maximum hit points +1. Well, that's pretty good. Return this card to the supply items after heroes have drawn their starting hands. Well, we haven't had an encounter yet, but that is now part of our items. That's pretty good. That was a good encounter for us. And now we have to choose an option if the heroes have the decrypted note. We do! If we look at our party items, we have the decrypted note. And we also have the sewer key, so keep that in mind. And we have the Child of Destiny as well. Okay, so we can either visit House Griffin. The seal belongs to House Griffin. Go to page 8 or whatever. Or we can investigate the sewers. What is under the city? Go to 15 on page 8. I don't know. Should we investigate the sewers or check out House Griffin? And if the heroes don't have the decrypted note, we would have had to continue searching in the capital. But we don't have to. So we can either go to the sewers or we can go to House Griffin. You know what? We're dungeoning adventurers. Let's check out the sewers. So let's go ahead and see what that has to say. Alright, so we are on page 18. We're looking at 15. Investigate the sewers. It says you dive into the labyrinthine sewer system beneath the city streets. It doesn't take you long to pick up a suspicious trail that leads into a central chamber. Patrolling the room is a giant amorphous ooze. Oh, great. And it guards an ornate door that looks out of place with the rest of the surroundings. If you have the sewer key, haha, we do, you find a secret passageway that seems to lead past the giant blob and directly into the room ahead. It says you proceed into the ornate room. Otherwise, you continue onwards through the sewers, ultimately encountering the giant slimy blob. We don't have to encounter the giant slimy blob because we have the sewer key. Alright, so we have the sewer key, so we're going to proceed into the ornate room. Go to 17 on page 21. Alright, we proceed into the ornate room. Oh my god, this is brutal! It says you walk through the ornate doorway and find an elaborate complex built within the sewers. There's a large doorway at the end of the hallway flanked by 2 large statues dedicated to ancient princes. As soon as you draw near, the eyes of the statues open wide and the statues begin moving to intercept your party. Oh my god. So our objective is to defeat the 2 princes. And our bonus objectives is if no heroes are knocked out during the fight. Oh yeah, yeah. Alright, let's take a look. So basically, I've got the 2 prince standees. I got everything kind of set up here. We got stone walls, 2 of them, 1x4, and fire walls, 1x4 as well, 2 of those. I've got the 2 princes encounter deck. They've got 2 all fired up like a rock slash, 3 switcheroos and 1 twin furies. Oh my god, they have a little health pool. They have a shared health between the 2 of them. So it doesn't matter which one you hit. And because we're doing a 3-player game, you can just see it here. They have a combined health of 65. Yikes. Alright, let's take a look at the specifics of how the 2 princes operate. Alright, there is a lot of meat and potatoes in here. So their basic attack, so there's 2 of them. There's Jae-Ming and Jae-An. JM and JA. JM as a basic attack has 1 red die. We're not doing the 4+ hero, so thank goodness. He's got a range of 2 for his attack, though. That's brutal. Shows you right here 1 to 2. And he's got a movement of 5. The other guy's range 1 to 4, less of a movement range of 4. So, and the cards will describe what they do and how they operate. So passive abilities, they share a common pool, hit point pool, so 65. Iron Body for JM takes half damage from basic attacks. Ooh, rounded down to at least 1. And Flight, JM ignores and can stop on obstacles, walls, and effects of the firewall and stone wall. Jae-Ming can move through others. So he just can move through anybody, and walls and fire don't bother him at all. Lovely. His behavior targets a close hero with a basic attack. Targets a maximum of number of heroes with flurry. So his flurry is a blue die. And doing a range of 3 squares around it. Now that is huge. So we want to maybe keep our characters split up so we don't get nailed with Fury. Hopefully, I don't know. And then we got the JA. His basic attack is a red die, range of 1 to 4. Oof. All right, brutal. He's got Firewall, so he spawns a Firewall adjacent to JA that touches as many heroes as possible. If no heroes can be touched, spawn a random direction. And we have a random direction die this time, which is cool. It's an 8-sided. So I'm going to let you read all the details here. So he's basically going to be spawning firewalls and stone walls and trying to bash around our characters. We need to do 65 damage as quick as possible. You can only ever have 2 firewalls on the board at one time and 2 stone walls. So I'm assuming if there's a firewall that they need to use, they're just going to pull one off and just get right to it. So, and the damage is a white die, which is not the most damaging die, but man, it's brutal. His passive abilities, they share the common hit points. Now he's got Eldritch Barrier, so JA takes half damage from non-basic attacks. So we might want to try hammering on him because I think most of our attacks are basic attacks. I don't know, he's going to be hard to get to though because he's going to be throwing down walls and fire at you all the time. And he targets close here with basic attacks. Targets first available here with stone walls and firewalls. Oh yeah, so he can step onto, through walls. And Flurry, oh, he ignores Flurry, so he ignores the Flurry attack, because normally everyone gets hit with Flurry attack, but he ignores the others' Flurry attack. Yay. He can move diagonally and through others. If movement would take him off the board, he teleports to his starting square on the closest possible adjacent square and ends his movement. Oh man, oh yeah, let's not get complicated. Am I going to mess anything up in this playthrough? Of course not, I never do. So let's take a look at the board. At least we have one little minor perk here at the beginning of this battle. We get to have +1 maximum hit points for all of our characters. So I'm gonna set that up. We're gonna take a look at our starting positions. This could get ugly. Alright, the stage is set for a smackdown! Oh my god, this is going to be brutal. This is going to be brutal. I think the most brutal thing about this fight is me trying to get all the rules straight. Oy, 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 with all the different abilities and things that are going to be happening. Yeah! Oh, and I should also mention we do get 2 revive potions to start the battle with. No, let's not forget, we also have the Child of Destiny. Once per encounter, which I believe is this entire thing, you give me a reroll 1 die. And that might become useful and important. I don't know. So here's the deck for these guys. We've already seen what's in the deck. We'll give that a shuffle, of course, before we play. So we got JA here and JM there. We're starting off. We've got our Roberta here. We have our Archer Oulat here, and we have Tolbin right here. I never get his name right, but that's fine. So when we return tomorrow, we're going to get into this battle. So we'll be drawing up our starting hands. I've already added +1 hit point, +1, yeah, to every one of our characters because we were refreshed. Oh yeah. And we're going to get hammered. And we have a random location, a random direction die, which is actually pretty cool. And this is going to play a big part in this encounter. And wow, we have to do a total of 65 damage to these guys and not get knocked out at all. Piece of cake. Alright, so thanks so much for watching along. Thanks for your comments, subscriptions, likes. This is Adventure Tactics Domains Tower. I'm calling it Mission 3. I guess kind of a choose your own adventure thing. You decide where and what you want to do. We have got down to the sewers to this ornate room. We bypassed the giant blob, which was good, but now we got a couple of statue princes to deal with, and these guys are going to be brutal. So I hope you'll join me tomorrow for that. Thanks for watching along, and yeah, we'll see you in the next episode.